And go.
Hi, I'm Rouge Fatale. I just kind of noticed what we were talking about, and we'd just like to let you know that none of the brands that we're talking about are any of our sponsors. We would also like you to know that sex positivity is positivity. We're allowed to talk about these things. We're just not allowed to do. That's about it.
And we're back.
So better glide, better slide, better
It's
in
nice,
or in.
and it doesn't taste bad.
See, neither does Swiss Navy.
Real, I don't remember ever sucking dick with Swiss Navy.
The best thing about the one time I bought a huge bottle, like I bought the 1.5 liter, I used it. That's when I lived over on Pinecrest. She had a problem.
She had a turnstile.
Actually, she didn't have a problem. She had a great time.
I digress. She had a Baker number thing, you know? Like,
yeah.
You pick a number.
Now, sir.
Now calling, sir.
Actually, I had more like the motor vehicles. It was like, if you're looking for, go to line GA43. If you're looking for full-on anal, go to line B258. If you're just looking for a quickie, come on in. The water's fine. But the first time I ever bought the 1.5 liter bottle of it...
You felt like a whore?
No, I felt like an empowered woman. I was with Dad at the Everything to Do with Sex show because I got them tickets to go, and my parents went. I was impressed.
Oh, of course, your mother would go.
So I bought the 1.5 liter. It was for $50. It was actually quite impressive. And then I went over to another thing where it was buy one, get one. And they had like vibrators and little things and little zoos. And they also sold bongs. And that's where I got Billy Bong Thornton. And Dad got a vibrating egg. And we never talked about it again. But we split the difference.
Was it one of the ones you can make phone calls to?
No. I do too. Me too. I want it so that you can go on like Cam 4 with it up your hoo-ha, and then they give you enough tips that it turns it on.
OnlyFans.
That's what I was about to say.
Have you ever seen that video?
That could be $100,000 video.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever seen that video? It's on there, and it's like, I keep wondering how they do it, but it's a video. It's from within inside, and the penis is coming in, and all of a sudden the penis ejaculates. But
one of those medical cameras.
Yeah.
How do they wire?
They'd have to go in through like.
No, I don't want to know.
The angle, like
maybe it's just something that we just aren't meant to know.
It's from this direction.
I don't want to think.
Did it go down her throat? Did she swallow?
Okay, I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
Okay, stop.
It bothers me. It really does. It just makes me squirm a little because I don't know. And it's one of those. Maybe we have to Google it. We'll Google it and we'll let you know at the next taping.
Yeah. So I had this person ask, they're like, okay, they're really bored with drag shows. And they asked our opinion on this because myself, I would rather watch paint dry, literally, than go to a drag show now because it's boring as hell.
Oh, I love it. I don't know why. I go to them and I love them.
I can appreciate because, I mean, they're living their moment. They're
feeling that audience energy, and I know what that's like, and I know that energy, like that taking you get of it. So I know that adrenaline rush that those bitches are getting at that point in time.
It's just all become about, and then I'm going to drop on the floor. Like in my day, we tried not to fall. I
try not to fall every day.
She doesn't do a really good job.
I'm 75% better than I've ever been.
You are, dear. We can roll the clip, but she fell on the floor that day.
You're gonna see stool stuck to my neck. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I didn't hurt
much.
What was I just didn't know the dog was there. Scared the out of me.
Tuesdays. I think I broke a finger.
And what terrifies me is like at that time when you were injured at that time, your neck, like we didn't even know that your neck was broke at that time.
No.
Like if you had fallen you would be paralyzed. And like I had nightmares about that day. Like it's like just how close, like, I need a cocktail.
I'm okay.
Yep.
I'm okay. The fingers are a little janky. She may have a wobble.
Yes.
She still got jig.
She has her cones around her. She's under construction. Restoration. You're under restoration.
I'm like, oh!
What did we say?
There's a show on Discovery Plus, and it's called The Queen of Versailles Reigns Again. Woman, she's a seagull.
A what?
And her last name is Siegel.
Oh.
And she's like a
seagull.
Seagull. She was, well, it sounds like it with her accent. She and her husband are like multi-billionaires, like obscene amount of money. We would need an eighth of their money, and we'd still be richer than our ever dreams would be.
Bali. I just want to go to
They're
Bali.
like $50 billion, something like this.
See,
So they
have they gone crazy yet, though? People get rich and then they go crazy. Have they gone crazy?
not yet.
Okay.
Well.
So they're renovating. Are they?
They're in. Well, no, they started back in the 90s building this house, and like it was a big thing in Florida because they were recreating the Versailles Palace.
Why?
It is the size of a superstore mall,
See, I don't want a house
a
that big.
superstore Walmart.
Why would you want a house that big?
Because they were putting things in, like they were going to put their own hibachi grill restaurant, like a Benihana, in their house.
Creating a place you never want to leave. See, that's my plan for
She
here.
literally built it big enough so that all of her children would never leave, that they would move in with their people.
But enough space so she wouldn't have to see them. Smart woman.
Right? Their morning kitchen?
Is it Denny's?
No, it's gorgeous.
It's an IHOP.
But she has a thing for exotic birds. She's trying to get flamingos to put in the gardens. She's got she was shopping for exotic birds at Gator World or Gatorland.
Okay.
And literally looking, and she brought a fabric piece sample because she needed to see if the bird matched the drapes.
I love this woman.
$9 million was spent on just the marble that is on the outside of the house. That since it was put up in the 90s, it wasn't put up with the greatest of stuff. It is now falling off the house, and it's probably going to cost them about that much just to fix it. They were building a grand ballroom, and the floor itself is like $10 million because the marble for the floor is coming from like 4 different places, and then it's going to Indonesia, and they're going to carve it and set it, and then it's being put in container ships and sent over to Florida like you do. The container ships are now triple the price of when they first started doing this. So now it's going to cost them probably another $10 million to get this floor brought over.
But that's nothing to them.
But she wants it all done by New Year's Eve. There is now 5 months to go, and the floor probably won't be there until after New Year's.
That's not happening.
But that she looked and said, "But I want it. You got money, baby." But the whole point is they had to stop building because they had all their money in the investments and stocks and stuff. And then the 90s happened. Remember that whole recession thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Some of you might not. Look it up. Mulrooney. Anyway, they lost shit.
Yes.
But they got it back.
Yes.
Hooray. And they bought stuff. So now it's not in there. Anyway, so the
Darling,
whole
where's the
house
story
was being
going?
built. You need to watch the show. It's just
Okay.
really good.
Well, you just tell me that. I'll watch the show, I promise.